Hey, what's up guys? Sloth King here. Today I'm doing an updated video on the aftermarket speakers that I installed on my 4th gen Toyota 4Runner. I'm going to be installing the crossover that came with the aftermarket speakers. I kind of messed up and I did not add that crossover capacitor on my tweeter. I didn't transfer it from my stock tweeter. So I'm going to be adding the crossover today. The speakers have been working fine. I haven't had any issues. So we're just going to add this crossover. I'm going to show you how to do it. And yeah, we're going to see if there's any improvement. Yeah, I can't believe I messed up. So anyway, my mistake. This is going to be an update. So let's get right to it. All right, so I already have the door panel off and I've been mocking up a spot to put the aftermarket crossover in. And I found out that this is going to be the best spot right here. The door panel can fit on just fine, and I can have enough room to run the wires to that crossover as well. So let me point out what wires we need to plug into the crossover for our tweeter and our woofer, and then the input from the factory harness. So if we look right here, this is the factory harness. This is the one that goes up to the tweeter. And I took off this piece of shielding right here, or just like wire heat shrink, whatever you want to call it. I can't think today. And this usually mounts right here. I'm going to retain the stock connector right here. I'm just going to tap into these wires. But what we need to go ahead and identify is our input wires and our woofer wires. All right, so for our input wires, if we look right at this connector, we're going to focus on the top two ones. There's going to be a red wire with a blue stripe. That is going to be our positive input. And then just the solid blue wire, that is going to be our negative for our input. And if we look, it goes through. We're going to see a red positive here, and then a black with a brown dot for our negative. So I'm going to tap into that, send that down to our input over here, and then we're going to connect our positive and negative tweeter. Now for a woofer. So for a woofer, we're going to have a pink and violet color. The pink will be the positive, and then the violet will be the negative. And if we look over here, that corresponds. The red wire is our positive, and then the black with the brown dot wire is our negative. So we're going to take our positive and negative and plug it right into our woofer, positive and negative here. So that's how we're going to wire everything up. I'm going to desolder these points that I have for the tweeter. I'm going to cut these back, and then we're just going to run some extensions down over to here. Now on here, I do have an option for a plus 3 dB boost for the tweeter. I'm going to keep that flat because I can just adjust that EQ on my head unit if I wanted more top end. And just so you know, whenever this is sitting here, it might rattle as you drive. So I have a couple of foam square adhesive pads that I'm going to put on the backside here, just so it can rest up against the door and not rattle. And then I'll also put another zip tie going horizontally to mount this thing properly. I would like to throw it inside of the cabin somewhere, but I'm not going to pull back any of that stuff. If I decide to run an aftermarket amp, which I'm going to be doing in the future, I'll probably just do that, but we'll see. And just so you know, I am working on the driver's side door first. I'm not too positive if the wire colors are going to be the same on the passenger side. So whenever we get over to that side, I'll double check and make sure that they are the same colors, and we will move forward with that. Anyways, so let's go ahead and start stripping these wires back and adding on some extension wires for this. So let's do it. All right, let's go ahead and desolder these points right here. I actually need to bump up my heat on the iron. I'm actually just gonna have to cut this off because I did too good of a job wrapping the wire around the spade, unfortunately. There we go. Everything is all off. Let me go ahead and see if these will fit right into the crossover section of the box so I can tighten them down. If it does, sweet. If it doesn't, then I'll have to cut these off and just put some fork spades on there. All right, here's my crossover box. Now let's see if this will fit right in. So here's the positive. It's not really secure. Let's go ahead and just start extending these wires and get done with this. Let's go ahead and start with the tweeter. I have my wire right here. I'm going to go a little bit more than just like 2 inches, so I'll go about 3-ish. Let's just give ourselves plenty of wire to work with. I'm going to be using these Crimp-on butt connectors, and this has some heat shrink that will shrink up so we don't need to use any. I'm actually really low on mine, so I'm not going to be able to solder any of the wires, which is totally fine. Let's just add that much wire on, give us plenty of room. All right, so with this, since we have to cut this, whenever we're adding these butt connectors on, we don't want to just cut these evenly off. We actually want to give some space, so that way, like, I'll cut it here, and then this positive one I'll cut about 1/2 inch down, so that way whenever they're running alongside together, you don't get this clump of just the butt connectors right next to each other, because it doesn't look clean. So let's go ahead and start with the negative. Cut that guy off. And on this one, I'm going to cut the negative just a little bit shorter. So let me go ahead and crimp this guy on first. So ideally what we want is to put that in there. And then wherever we're going to cut our butt connector, I'm going to cut this down a little bit. About that much. Strip this guy back. And then let's see how far down the positive will go. That will be about good. There we go. Now let me go ahead and get the positive side crimped on, and then we will cut the positive accordingly. So the wire would need to be cut. If we look at it, it would need to be cut right about here. That looks about right. All right, time to crimp this. All right, it'll look just about that when it's getting ran. It's nice. Now let's go ahead and turn on our hot air and shrink these down. All right, there we go. So all we really need to do now is put our connectors on the end, which I'm just using these guys right here. These ones are really easy. You just crimp them on and then you are done. There we go. Nice and secured. So now we can just do the same thing to this side of the connector. Now remember, this is going to be, you'll have your 2 positives and 2 negatives. These 2 will be for your input, and then these 2 will be for your woofer. So I'm going to go ahead and work on them. Once I'm done, I'll show you what it should look like, and then we can go ahead and install it and test it out. All right, guys, I just finished this connector, and this is how it looks. I also got the ends on over here. So let's go ahead and plug it in and see if everything works. All right, I got everything plugged in. So this is our input, our tweeter, and then our woofer. And if you see, I got the wires, I got the input wires up top going to input, woofer, and then tweeters ran over there. Now, let's go ahead and see if it works. Yeah, now it's working. I just didn't have these connected in there all the way. And I just did a comparison on each side, and this side does sound a bit clearer. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put the mounting foam tape over here, and then throw the panel back on, and then we'll go ahead and check the wiring over on the passenger side. All right, guys, so I just got the passenger door panel off, and the wires for the woofer and the tweeter are different colors over on the passenger side. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So for the tweeter, it is going to be red for positive, and then the white will be the negative. So these bottom 2 are the tweeter, and then these top 2 are going to be for the woofer. And for the colors, the light green is going to be positive, and then the blue is going to be negative, as you can see down here. So positive, negative. And now that you know that, you can make your own wiring harness. Well, you can extend the wires down just like you did for the driver's side, and then connect everything up, and then you'll be good to go. And this is the location that I just mocked up for your crossover, and this will fit just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then gonna be all done adding the crossovers in. All right, I'll see you when I'm done. All right, guys, I got everything all hooked back up. This is the end result. Just tested it out and everything works just fine. So now I just need to go ahead and throw on my door panel and then call it a night. All right, guys, that's it. We're all done. Wasn't too bad to do. It was pretty easy. The hardest part was trying to find the spot for the crossover. Now, I should have done this in the first place whenever I first installed the speakers, but it worked out just fine for the time being. But anyways, so I got this updated, I got it corrected, and yeah, it does sound better. I do notice the difference clearly because the crossover does help. But anyways, if you guys found this video helpful, awesome, glad to help out. This will work for all 4th gen Toyota 4Runners. Now the ones with the JBL system from the factory, it might be a little bit different, but the wiring should be pretty much the same. But anyways, if you guys want to support the channel, you can go ahead and click the link in the description below. I'll have a link to my merch. You can go pick up a hat, a couple t-shirts, and like always, I'll catch you guys on the next ride.